I can't describe how much I love this GIF. He's so happy. He's just... What a lad he is. Me when rub belly. He's so happy. So yeah. Make sure everything sounds okay before I get going. I think that sounds okay. Maybe I'm a bit loud, but this will be more of a chill stream. Music's a bit loud for me. Let me turn it down a little bit before we get going. Yeah, I said I would do this yesterday. That I would do it yesterday, but I just didn't have time. I was busy, so I'm gonna do this now. So yeah, here we go. We have a tier list here, featuring over 300 characters. This is not a power scaling tier list type deal. This is just a how much do I like the character type thing. And there's a lot, and I've not really prepared for this. If I get through all of this, I will be shocked, because there's so many. It's pretty much almost every somewhat significant character in the story. There might be a few missing. There was one tier list with literally every single named character on it. That's like over 1,500 characters. I'm not doing that one. And tiers go like this. I've got my top 10. I don't know who will be in the top 10. I've got like a few that I know for a fact will be up there. I love them. Characters that I just enjoy whenever they're on screen for one reason or another. They're cool. I like them. Self-explanatory. They're okay. They have their moments, but they don't really stand out in my head. Don't care. Just completely indifferent towards them. Not a fan. Don't like the character. Absolutely despise. It's pretty self-explanatory. The tiers will be ordered. At least I plan for them to be ordered somewhat. And there's a lot of characters. I'm going to be going pretty much in order, alphabetically. God, there's a lot. So I'm going to try not to yap too much. There's some characters on here which I have like nothing to say about. I might have to create some new tiers as well. Because like, there's some characters on here that shouldn't really be on here, if I'm being real. And yeah, spoilers up to current chapter. Oh dear lord, yep, there's a lot to get through. Whether or not I'll get through it all, we will see. It's gonna be interesting. So this is taking into account, also welcome, the manga, the anime, any canon material, probably not going to take it into consideration non-canon stuff, because I see Uta here. There's nothing to say about Uta. I guess there's like, don't care. That's different. If we get there, I'll add a tier of like, we don't know enough. Because there's like Nika and Emu on here. How do I rank them? I should get going. I should like begin now. So immediately we're off to absolutely despise with Absalom. He's the worst part about Thriller Bark. I also have the wiki here if I need it. I don't think I will. Absalom, yeah, he's just a creep. He's just like the worst. He's basically a sex offender. Forcibly marrying Nami using his invisibility fruit in just horrible ways. And that also takes effect on Sanji's character, because Sanji is like jealous of him with the fruit and is like basically a creep off between who's the biggest creep in that arc. And I love Sanji, we'll get there. Out of all of Moria's crew, Moria, I like Moria, I like his crew, just not Absalom. I hate him. That's not a hot take, no one likes Absalom. If there's any Absalom fans, I would love to know why. I did this years ago, I think around when Zoe was airing. There was considerably less characters back then. Yeah, that was one list I saw with every single canon named character. I ain't doing that. Like, what can I say about fucking, I don't know. I don't even remember who you are tier. I don't know, I think I recognize all of these characters. Maybe we'll get there. Okay, Ace. Ooh, Ace, right. The popular thing I hear online is that, like, people didn't care that much when Ace died, because he didn't really do a whole lot. He showed up in Alabasta and was like, hey, I'm Luffy's brother. and like showed off his abilities a little bit. He had his cover story, which was cool. And I feel like a lot of Ace love happened after he died, especially like in Wano. But I've always liked Ace. He's just a cool character. He's a goofball. And people are like, the only reason that Ace's death is sad is because of Luffy's reaction, not because of the fact that Ace died. I hear that a lot. But I just like, he's just cool. That's it with Ace. He's just cool. I have an Ace figure, but I don't want to get it out the display. But no. I would love to get his tattoo. The one on his arm, not the massive one on the back. He's got a cool hat. He's got a good ability. I think I love Ace. And you know, his whole thing with Yamato, 10-15. One of the best episodes. I love this music too. Definitely, probably not top 10. I don't think he's gonna be in my top 10. Ace dying was a necessary part of the plot. People insist it's so sad. It's not. Only seeing Luffy's reaction to it is sad. I had no strong feelings about Ace until... Yeah, I hear that a lot. His death was spoiled for me. Which sucked. And you know, in the anime also... The title card is like, Ace dies. What? Probably the same with the chapter as well, maybe? I don't know if the chapter title said the same thing. But I like Ace. I've always liked Ace. He's unapologetically cool. Akainu. Ranking a character like this is hard. Because yes, I hate him for killing Ace. I don't think he's a poorly written character and is just like negative to the story. That's what Absolutely Despise is. Akainu is just an absolute powerhouse. I think Oda said if Akainu was like the protagonist of the story, he would have found the One Piece in like 15 chapters or something like that. He's just like a big powerhouse roadblock. I think there's potential for him though. I think I would have liked him more, but I heard that he died before I knew who he was, so I'm like, okay, the most important thing about him is that he dies. Yeah, it wasn't that bad for me. I knew of Ace, I didn't know that he died until someone told me. Akainu, I theorize that he will betray the Marines at some point. A big theme is moving forward, yeah. I do believe he will betray the Marines to some degree. We've seen, since he became Fleet Admiral, he's getting more and more frustrated with, like, kneeling down to the Gorosei and just doing what they want, and just doing all the paperwork. He's not really doing a whole lot. It's funny, like, in a lot of the films, we, like, cut to Akainu at his desk molding. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to discuss characters for too long, because there's, like, 300 of them. But some of them are like, who? Who the fuck? I don't dislike Akainu, like, his character and his writing. I think he's fine. There's the theory that Hibari is his daughter, and I think that, if that is true, that will play towards something. Like, maybe Imu or the Gorosei or someone is, like, attacking or going to kill Hibari for being a member of SWORD. That will trigger Akainu to, like, do something. I don't know, that remains to be seen. As he is written right now, I think he's just okay. I'm not a fan of him. I think his powers are cool. And like, as like the big bad of the Marines, he serves his purpose well, and you know, his big fight, whether that will be against Luffy, Sabo, is going to be a big climactic fight. You know? Does that make sense? He's not my favourite of the admirals. We will get there. I'm sure they're all on here. Aladdin, who the fuck? I know who he is, but like, what has he done? For stuff like this, I'm gonna go to the wiki, see if he's done anything of note besides like show up. He's like part of Jinbei's old crew. Goatsbeard Brotula, okay. I think for the character you're supposed to dislike Spandam Orochi, does the fact that you're supposed to dislike them mean that they're a good character that achieves their purpose? That's the hard part, yeah. It's like, yes, I hate them, but I'm supposed to hate them. Whereas someone like Absalom, I feel like we're not... Yeah, I'm already seeing holes in this. I don't know, I might have to like review this later. Absalom is just scum though. Abilities, weapons, history. He was there with Fisher Tiger. And he's just like, he's a background character. He was watching the crew from under the sea and asked Jinbei for further orders. Like, yeah. He fought Oven. I don't care for Aladdin. I don't care. Who cares? He's got a cool design, I guess. No, seeing Akainu here is really bothering me. As we get more characters in here, we will change things accordingly. On the topic of the Ace tattoo, if I ever had the guts to get a tattoo, I'd get one of the Kozuki crest. Yeah, I have... Fuck it, I have the Heart Pirates Jolly Roger right there. So I think you can guess where lore is going based on that. That's the only One Piece tattoo I have so far. Alvida, the first villain, I guess. As far as villains go, even like in the East Blue, she's just there to like show off his like Luffy's abilities, his stretching. Tattoos are conceptually cool to me, but I think about it, I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't know why it hurts. Yeah, they are painful, but like, once you get your first tattoo, it's likely you'll be like, I want more. Once you actually know what it's like, and like the adrenaline, I don't know, that's for me anyway. I've got like fucking 12 tattoos at this point with one booked next month. Alvida, like, she joined Buggy's crew and it was like, whoa, she's like hot now, because she's got the slip fruit. But like, what has she done since? She's just been a background character as like part of Cross Guild or something. And like, they're okay? Well, I mean, from today's lens, I'm sure, like, at least for me, when Koro was introduced, I'm like, whoa, this guy is really fast and strong. And now looking back, it's like, nah. But Alvida is like, she's at the bottom of okay. Yeah, Luffy was overpowered in East Blue. Like, her mini arc in the East Blue, when she showed up again in like Buggy's cover story and then into Logtown, was cool, but since then she's nothing. People are like, oh, she's the prototype for Kaido because she uses a mace or a kanabo, and I'm like, nothing about them is similar besides their weapon. She's like at the bottom of okay. I don't care for her. Ooh, okay, here's a hot take. Apu. Most people are like either despise or not a fan of Apu. I think Apu is kind of neat. I like his ability. I like his devil fruit. When he was like first introduced, he was like one of the worst generation that like stood out to me, because I'm like, he's got piano teeth. And in the dub, I enjoy his voice. He's got like a very cool guy fucking voice. Then after that, he didn't really do much until he showed up again in Wano, and he kind of put up a fight against Zoro and stuff like that. I'm seeing a problem. Yeah, he serves his purpose well, but he doesn't like overstay his welcome. If he did, yeah, he would get a bit annoying. He's a member of the Long Arm tribe, which is cool. We don't see a lot of the Long Arm, Long Leg tribes. Should I reorder these? I might need another tier. I don't despise him. I'm gonna move this down. And like, don't care. I'm gonna change not a fan to like, they serve their purpose well or something like that. And that's for like Apu and Akainu, I think. I think that works. I'm more happy with that. Arlong, he is the big bad of the East Blue. He's like an introduction to fishmen as a concept. And he's like threatening. He was threatening until Luffy whooped his ass. And I like him a lot. His whole character arc with Nami, inconsequential, that's not really the right word either, but you know what I mean. Like, I would say like indifferent, but that's the same as don't care. I think this is fine for now. I love this fucking opening that this song is. Yeah, it's like they're there. They exist. Arlong, I like Arlong. This whole thing with Nami, he does a good job of making you hate him, but at the same time, he's pretty cool. He's a shark. Sharks are cool. Exists. Let's say, well no, because Akainu does more than just exist. This is the problem. Arlong is fine. And you know, he was the villain that made me like, be like, yeah, One Piece villains can be cool after like Morgan and Kuro. I'd put them in there cool. I like them. I like Arlong. Ashura Doji. Out of all the scabbards, Ashura Doji is the one I care about the least. And like his death was inconsequential to me. Also makes Jinbei the character with the longest time. Yeah, that's right. He was mentioned by Johnny and Yosaku. And a lot of people confusingly thought Arlong was a warlord, because they were talking about Jinbei as a warlord, and then we saw Arlong. Like, what? Are they the same thing? I don't care about Ashura Doji, his death was pointless to me. And I'm like, of all the scabbards, Kinemon should have been the one to die. Ashura Doji, I'm sorry, I don't care. And don't care, obviously, is like, it's not really ordered, because I don't care about any of them enough to care. What was his big fight? Was it Jack? Like, his part in the Odin flashback was fine. He has like a little bit of a, what was it, Kanjuro? Was it? I don't remember. And Oda did that to make you think all fishmen are the same, just like in the Inu. All fishmen are the same, they're all Arlong. History, who did he fight? Jack? It was Jack. Imagine dying to Jack. Disrespectful, but you know, I don't care about Ashura Doji. Atlas. Of all of the Vegapunk satellites, the ones that I care about, he got blown up by dynamite. That was like as a consequence of Jack, right? Like Jack caused it? I don't know. I don't care. Wano was so long that focusing on characters like Ashura Doji is like whatever. Yeah, like who cares? The satellites that I care about are Stella, Lilith, maybe Shaka. The other ones I'm like whatever. But I don't care about them. When Atlas was like destroyed, I was like, oh, Atlas is the one with the cooler design compared to like Edison or Pythagoras, and I'm like, they serve their purpose well, I guess. No. I think that's better. Like, the Raider was so bloated that, like, I'm not surprised that Ashura Doji, like, fell to the wayside a little bit. Avalo Pizarro, before Egghead, I would have been like, who cares, he's a bum. His fruit is cool. There was no better island to show that off with than Fullerled, with the big skull, and him, like, taking over it. And, like, he put up a decent fight against Kobe. 9 scabbards, like, plus other ones too, like other side characters like Marco and stuff. It was very bloated, like, even outside of the scabbards. And, like, Old Man Hyo and stuff like that. Avalo Pizarro, he put up a decent fight against Kobe, gave Kobe his big moment. Yeah, there's like 4 of them that people care about. At least Izo's death was like actually meaningful to me, at least, because he showed up in like Marineford and it was like, whoa, he's back, and he was like connected to Oden. That's so cool. And he's got this thing with Kiku. Whoa, and then he died. Pizarro, he's got like a little cat vocal stim type thing going on. It's kind of funny. He's okay. Yeah, just death in One Piece is impressive. He's better than exists, and they're just okay to me. As far as Blackbeard's crew goes, he stands out, I think, more than like the drunk one. I forget his name. He's probably on this list. Baby 5? I like Baby 5. She's like one of those characters that have like a mini backstory that actually like is kind of touching. And she's got the whole thing of like, I want to be useful. Make use of me. Because her mother couldn't, or something like that. She's got a cool devil fruit. When she first showed up, I was like, that's a clever ability. Just turning your body into weapons. That's cool. I wish she used it more. She's got the whole thing with Sai of the Grand Fleet. They're like getting married or something, which lucky guy, frankly. Oh yeah, and her whole name is like, her mother couldn't be bothered to name her babies. So it's like baby 1, baby 2, baby 3, baby 4, baby 5. That's like really... What a scumbag of a mother. Baby 5 at least makes you feel something. And you know, Dressrosa is another character with a lot of... another arc with a lot of characters in it. Where it can be a bit bloated, but Baby 5 stands out. So yeah, they're cool. I like them. Not as much as Arlong. Oh, it's this guy. He's interesting. Oh, and their siblings. That's cute. And he's dead, and she's depressed. Yeah, that death, like, him dying had an impact on the readers. Are there any diehard Ashura Doji fans? I don't mean to dog on Ashura Doji that much, but like... It's Ashura Doji. Like, his peak character moments was in the Oden flashback when he had that twist. He was like a Yakuza boss or something. Baron Tamago. The only interesting thing about this guy is his devil fruit. Let me like look up how this works. I closed the wiki. Baron Tamago. Because it's an egg fruit? It's like the stages of an egg to a chicken, right? What can I read about his devil fruit? Abilities... Am I thinking of someone else? Ah, no, here we go. The Tamatama no Mi. What is it with One Piece parents and naming their children numbers? How does that happen twice? What's the other example? Am I dumb? Oh, what? Sanji? So how does this work? Usage. With this fruit, Tamago's body takes on the shape and composition of an egg, giving him the name Baron Tamago, which is another character that's German. Yeah. It's another character where their name, like, their devil fruit is perfect for their name. Like, Tamago means egg, and he has the egg fruit. Is he named after his devil fruit, or is that just like a name he took on afterwards? When his body is cracked open, a yolk emerges, and after a short amount of time, he evolves into his next stage from the yolk. He transforms into Viscount Hiyoko, and then becomes Count Niwatori after... This is the only interesting thing about him, unfortunately. My memory of Whole Cake Island's a little shaky. Maybe there's some, like, moments of him that I missed. He exists. The thing that's holding him back from Don't Care is that his devil fruit is funny to me. So, like, I feel something when I see him, I guess. Humor. Bartolomeo is going in love with them. I like him more than Ace. I think. He's just like... Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Big Mom collects all the food-relating fruits and gives the next kid or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But it's the same with, like, Smoker as well. That can't be his real name. There has to be, like, an epithet he got after eating the fruit. Or, like, he was force-fed the fruit as a baby after he was born. It's like, that's Smoker. Bato is just, like, a One Piece fan thrust into the story. He worships the ground that Luffy pisses on. He's really funny, I like him. His dub voice is pretty funny. He's got overpowered ass devil fruit. Barto is us, yeah. And like his ship is called the Going Luffy Senpai. And then he had the whole thing with like Shanks, where he was like burning down Shanks's flags and replacing them with Luffy's, and then that caught up to him, and he was a fucking real one. He was ready to die for Luffy. Shanks was gonna kill him, and then he was like, this guy's aight. When he comes back, I'll be happy. He's funny, I like him, and isn't his epithet like person eater? He's like a cannibal or something, which is never really brought up again. And like we saw his devil fruit again in Oden's flashback with one of the guys. Cannibal. Weird. Is that why he has sharp teeth? As time goes on, I'm sure I'll just love him more. Of all the Grand Fleet members, he's probably my favourite. A lot of them are just kind of nothing, at the moment at least. So yeah. Baskerville. If you don't remember, this was like one of the guards of Impel Down. Also just hiding behind the barrier to take a piss. Yeah, what a guy. What an absolute Chad. Baskerville was at Enies lobby, he was like the guard, and there's like 3 guys in one body. It's like Bask and like one of the heads is called Bask, the other one's called and the third one's called Kerville. There's a character called And like that's the only gag really. If I'm being honest, it's like I don't really care. It didn't serve much of a purpose besides being a joke. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he actually did fight someone. But did he fight anyone? Yeah, 3 men, Bass and Cavill, who were such close friends that they prefer acting as one body. Did they fight anyone? Did they fight Oimo and Kashi? Split by Paulie? Bro got beat by Paulie and Zambai. And you know, everyone thought Paulie had like the rope devil fruit. He didn't. Bro got beat by Zambai. Not a power scaling discussion, but you know. Bastille is one of the many Vice Admirals. He doesn't really stand out besides his cool mask. He was there in Dressrosa. He was there during Marineford like everyone else, but like, what's so special about him? I don't care. And that's the end of this discussion of him. Speaking of the Oden flashback fruit, I was thinking about it and really like the contrast with the clone fruit being used by whoever that old bitch was. I think she's on this list. Higurashi, I think? For devious shit versus Bonclay being genuinely really dependable. Yeah, it's like, it says a lot about their characters. And like, their moral compass, I guess. Is her name Higurashi? Am I right? Is she on here? Yep, Higurashi. I somehow knew that. Bellamy, what a turnaround! Like, during Jaya, that punch, man. Like, he was an asshole, but like, somewhat likable. I love his silly face. Props, Higurashi. The old man, I don't remember his name. Bellamy, yeah, during Jaya, he was like an unlikable prick. Then he got his fucking shit beaten by Luffy. His devil fruit is a cool idea. The spring fruit. And then it was like, oh, Dofi showed up and was like, I thought Dofi killed him. And then during Dressrosa, he showed up again and he's like somewhat redeemed. Kind of? But he's still like serving under Dofi. And that made me like him, and I thought for sure. I know I picked the wrong guy to look up to. Yeah! Yeah! That's a good way to put it. And I felt for sure he joined the Grand Fleet, but he didn't. I wish he did. I'm sure he'll show up someday, maybe. And I think now he's like designing flags. Like Oda really tried to give him something there, yeah. And the whole thing of, oh, Sky Island doesn't exist, the Emerald City doesn't exist, is like he lost the ability to dream. Contrast that with Luffy. I like him. They're cool. I like him. I like him more than Baby 5, but not as much as Arlong, I think. It's been 34 minutes. Fuck. I need to get going. Bellemere, backstory, parental figure. She's dead. You know, she was bound to die, but like it was touching. As far as One Piece backstories go, it's fairly tame. She was in the Marines, then she found Nojiko and Nami, and then I'm sure she quit. And it brings up the theory of, oh, who was Nami's actual parents? Bellemere, she's a good one. She's a great parent. And it's like the whole thing of found family. That's a big theme in One Piece, is found family, and Bellemere is like one of the best examples of that. Would it be in bad taste to put her next to Arlong? I don't know. I like Bellamy more, but no, she's one of the good ones. Rest in peace, Bellemere. Bello Betty boobs. I remember people when Bello Betty first showed up, people were like, "Oh, that's Luffy's mom right there." It's not. But there is something I love. Almost anyone is worth discussing a little. Everyone's got something going on. Most characters, that just shows how good Oda's writing is. That like, I can say something about a lot of these guys. Bello Betty, not Luffy's mom. It's Crocodile, obviously. Yeah, Crocodile's an Crocodile is Tritoma. It got turned into a guy by Ivankov. Huh? Bello Betty, she's got a cool devil fruit. The whole thing with Melucia, where all of the people were like powered up by her and caused a revolution. It was cool. She's not at all my favorite of the revolutionaries, but she's okay. Probably top of okay for me. Yeah, like of the characters on this list, all of these are worth talking about to some degree. Ben Beckman. That's the thing with Shanks' crew, is that they have aura, we just don't know a whole lot about them. But Beckman has fucking aura. When he showed up in Marineford, pointed that gun at Kizaru, and he was like, whoa, okay, I'll back off. Beckman's cool. He's like the bottom of cool, though. Like, I like Beckman. I wonder how much of Shanks' crew is on here. But, you know, I need to see more of him. That goes for almost all of Shanks' crew. Beppo. Ooh, okay, the thing with Law's crew is that a lot of them are just kind of underpowered and just there to, like, cheer on Law. Beppo's, like, up there, though, because at least now he's got the, Sulong form, and he, like, saved Law's ass. If it wasn't for Beppo, Law would probably be dead, and Blackbeard would probably have the, Opie Opie no Mi. But, I don't know, I think he can be kind of annoying sometimes, if I'm being completely honest. I think he's the first mink we ever saw in the story. I'm putting him at the top of that they're okay. I don't love him as much as most people. Big Mom? Big Mom. Where do I put Big Mom? Because, like, she was a big threat. Whole Cake Island was her arc, and she was a decent villain. Her backstory is like, what? Did she eat those people? She's got a cool devil fruit. She is kind of scary. She's just annoying. The whole wedding cake thing, she never shuts the fuck up. Her, forgetting her memories and stuff in Wano is just like, oh, I didn't love that. On paper, Big Mom is fine, but she's so stupid. I'm confident I could personally beat her in a fight, and I'm so sick of her antics after... Yeah, it's just like... Compared to the other Yonko, she's not that interesting, and the Charlotte family, is like, why are there so many of them? What was the purpose of there being so many? It's just like Oda making up characters for the sake of it. I need her to go away. But... I don't despise her. I don't care about her. She's a Yonko. She was a big threat. She got beat by Lauren Kid. She does more than exist. She's like the bottom of okay. I don't dislike her, but I'm tired of her at this point. She's had her moment, let's move on. But her moments in this Rocks flashback, young Big Mom is actually kind of entertaining and has a lot of depth, I think. But like, I don't know, I think that's fair. I might make another tier eventually. Black Maria. I like her moments, but the reason I like her is that she led to good moments for other characters, being Sanji and Robin. Dementia. Yeah. And like, we got to see baby Katakuri, which was adorable. She was gonna give the fucking dragon, or like the fish fruit to Katakuri. I would love to see what that would have looked like. Black Maria is just a vessel for good Sanji and Robin moments, gave Robin her first good fight in ages. She has like 3 running jokes, yeah. I liked her moments with Tama. Her like maternal instinct type thing, mixed with Nami, the same kind of thing. That was a cool little moment, but like, whatever. Zeus and Prometheus are funny. I don't know. And of the Tobi Roppo, Black Maria, she does stand out to me, but not as much as like Ulti, the other female. She's okay. I like her more than Big Mom, funnily enough. Actually, no, I think it's more like this. There's 2 BMs. Yeah, I've not got a lot to say about Black Maria. Her Devil Fruit is fine. Her whole spider motif is cool. She's huge. Oh, Blackbeard. I do love Blackbeard, I'm not gonna lie. I think he's like, the way he's been set up and everything, and the more we learn about him, he gets cooler and cooler. Having 2 Devil Fruits, and potentially after a 3rd, and the whole mystery behind him. Believe it or not, I've never sat down... because there's a fucking lot of them. Blackbeard, I don't love him. He is cool though. I think he's at the top of their cool, I like them. Whenever Blackbeard shows up on screen, I'm like, ooh, what's gonna happen? What's he scheming? I think that's good. Blue Gilly, he's part of the Grand Fleet. And he is the long legs guy? No, is he? No, he's the long arms guy. Ideo is the long legs guy, and they have the whole feud of the long arms versus long legs. Then eventually they come together and form a crew or whatever, or something like that. I don't know. He exists, but he has a better premise, I think. The whole long arm, long legs thing. It does fascinate me. We just don't see a lot of it. Oh, Bluno. He is the first time we saw Gear 2 Luffy. And he's got an interesting Devil Fruit with the Door Fruit. As a member of CP9, he was quite powerful at the time when we first saw him. He was like, pretending to be a bartender while everyone else was at Galila. He was just a bartender. But of the CP9 members, I think he's the second least interesting. There's one that I find annoying. He's okay. I have a t-shirt of that scene using Gear 2 for the first time. I like it a lot. It's such a good scene. I remember when I first watched that scene, I'm like, woo, power up time for Luffy. And, you know, Bluno was a good villain, I guess, for like that. He's above Pizarro and Big Mom and Black Maria. Probably not above Akainu. Boa! Everyone loves Boa. I mean, come on. It's Boa. I like him more than Ace. I like what the Kuja tribe seems to be being set up as, with like Lily. Potentially Tritoma. No, I don't know. There's a lot of good theories about Boa, and I like... She is a good character. Her whole thing with Luffy, you would think it gets old. It didn't get old for me. I think she's hilarious. And her backstory is pretty touching. Her relationship with her sisters and the whole Kuja tribe, her devil fruit, she's pretty overpowered. Even without using the fruit, she could be quite strong and fun to watch fight. The scenes when Blackbeard invaded Amazon Lily, and like Rayleigh, her like thing with Rayleigh and Shaki. I don't know what she's doing that's funny, or Luffy's reaction to it that's funny. I think it's a combination of both, and just how absurd it is. Her kicking the cat and the baby seal. Oda made it in a way where we were supposed to hate her at first, but then as she kept showing up, we like her more. And I think he did a great job at that. I don't like her as... It's funny. The two people, like, right here, like, Luffy's biggest 3 fans, Ace, Boa, and Bato, all here. Oh, and we have Bon Clay next as well. Bro, it's peak after peak. We have to love Bon Clay. Where, though? More than Ace, I think less than... Bon Clay, oh man, the fucking turnaround as like a semi-villain, and then as we learn more about him, again, I think I like this trope of characters that we don't like at first, then we start to like more. Impel Down is Bon Clay's arc, and the fact that he's still alive and that we might see him someday makes me happy. It's Bon Clay. I don't have to say anything. Bro, it's just hit after hit. Bonnie has risen on, like, Bonnie stocks have risen. I think it's very well written how you meet her and it's like, oh, I see a woman whose whole thing is being hot, thanks Oda. Then we get the actual plot and it's like, oh, she's not a total piece of shit after all. And it also brought us one of the best panels in my opinion, which is when Luffy's like, excuse me, that's not food, and Boa is just fucking naked. That's my MC right there. Priorities. Bonnie stocks have risen. She's also, I think Bonnie's up here. It's not a total redemption arc for her, and I kind of like it. Yeah, I mean, you know, she's still was one of the warlords, and you know, stuff like that. But you know, it's the whole thing with Luffy, like making friends wherever he goes. You know, Bonnie stocks have risen. I do like Bonnie. I love her whole thing with Vegapunk and Kizaru, and especially Kuma, obviously, and Ginny, and all of that. Bonnie as a character, as we learn more about her in Egghead, I just like her more and more, and the whole thing with Nika, her devil fruit is kind of busted. There's theories going around that her Nika transformation is actually Luffy's doing, and is like the opposite of a Domi Reversi. I like that theory, and just Luffy hasn't realized that he did that. But maybe it is just Bonnie's fruit, I don't know. Her fruit is kind of ambiguous with how it works. I like Bonnie a lot. The way Toei especially like animate and draw her when we know for a fact that she's like 12, it's less of a problem in the manga, but you know, that's just like Oda's art style, I don't know. Also how both of them are confused over her devil fruit because she's confused it doesn't work and Luffy thinks it's the slow beam and pretends to be in slow motion. I do remember that. Also it's a Foxy reference, and spoiler alert, I'm a big Foxy fan. I'm definitely not going through all this today. There's like a multiple streamer, I think. Boodle, mayor of Orange Town. His thing with Choo Choo is fine, I guess. I think Luffy asked Boodle to join his crew. And Choo Choo's just more interesting to me. He exists. Groggy, very sorry to keep dragging it back, typing a stream delay makes it take too long. No, it's fine. It's a fun discussion. Very relevant character. I like them. I think right as they are right now, it saves. Okay, this is like a thing I'll do every now and then, I guess. I might even add more characters. Dory and Broggy will be right next to each other. Their whole thing on Little Garden, you know, it was an intro to giants, so I'm like, oh, we've got giants in this story now, and they like teased Elbaf all the way back then. It gave Usopp a little like thing to work towards. Hopefully we'll see something of that. As we are right now, they are Domi Reversied. They're not my favorite characters. They are cool though. They're cool to watch, especially when they fucking destroyed Kid's ship. So yeah, here's my first top 10. I love Brook. Brook is one of my favorite characters, and of the Straw Hats, he's one of my favorites. He's not one of my all-time favorites. He's not top 5 for one main reason. I don't like the panty gag. I don't like it. We don't need two pervs on the crew. That's the only thing that brings Brook down. I love everything else about him. He's a skeleton with an afro. I love his backstory. I like that we don't know a lot about his past, really. We get little glimpses, and we might be learning more about him soon. The panty thing is the only thing that drags him down, but even then, I think, at least for now, he is still top 10 for me. And he was the MVP of Whole Cake Island. When Brook does get a moment to shine, he shines. It just doesn't happen all that much, especially lately. What did he do in Wano? He, like, helped Robin with Black Maria's goons. Egghead, he didn't do anything. At least not off memory. Then we had Kinemon and Momo with the crew for a time. Yeah. I think Oda is, like, kind of holding back on that aspect of Brook now. And now we have this thing. He's, like, teasing something with Gunko. I can't wait. I can't wait to learn more about him. And especially when he reunites with Laboon, I will be a wreck. I will be a fucking wreck. Man, I love Brook. His English dub voice actor is also amazing. He's so funny. Brûlée, I don't like her. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't despise her. No likey. I don't like Brûlée. I think she's just annoying. Her Devil Fruit is interesting. That's the only thing about her that I kind of like. It led to that mirror world. I don't know. It's Brûlée. Buffalo. I don't care. He's ugly. In fact, I think he's also no likey. But I just like Brûlée more. He's ugly, and his whole Devil Fruit is like, what has he done? I think he got whooped by Frankie during the Senor Pink fight. He is just fodder. I hate him. He's ugly. Okay, other top 10. Buggy. I adore Buggy. Every time Buggy's on screen, I have a massive smile on my face. And now, the whole thing with Cross Guild... he's like motivated to find the One Piece. I do believe he will find it first. I think what's gonna happen is he will discover the One Piece on accident. Morgans will be there. Morgans will see that, and he will report that Buggy is the new king of the pirates. And I think Buggy's one of Oda's favorite characters. Top 2 tiers for Buggy. He's so funny. How does he's just the epitome of falling upwards. He has to become king of the pirates, at least temporarily. But even outside of that, his whole relationship with Shanks is really cool, and the more we see of it, I feel for him. Shanks is the favourite child on the Roger crew, and Buggy's kind of like left behind a little bit. He's gonna live stream again, yes! That would be great! Oh, hold on, what's that one, what's that one panel? This panel, I love this panel. Just the sheer disappointment in his face. What, like, top 10 panels for me. I love it so much. Buggy, oh my god, I love him. He's probably, like, in my top 5. Rayleigh drowning himself in booze, crying. Okay, Burgess. His Devil Fruit is just, he is incredibly physically strong. He had his fight with Sabo, which was cool. I like his laugh. The bwee! But outside of that, it's whatever. Yeah, in the anime it was even better. Another instance where I love his English dub voice, he nails it. I think he actually got diagnosed with brain cancer or something, like throat cancer recently, which is a real shame. Some kind of cancer, which is a real shame because I love his work as a voice actor. Oh, I love him. Burgess, I don't. He exists. But at the top of it, bordering, they're okay. Funny, I like Pizarro more than Burgess, and Burgess has had more screen time. Boogie D Clown. Maybe it will happen. Maybe there's something in his past. People are like, oh, he's Rox's other son. I don't think so. I don't know. Kabaji, he was cool upon introduction. Yeah, I hope he beats cancer. Kabaji, he was cool on introduction, Swords and like on a unicycle. He fought Zoro for like 5 minutes. It's gonna be a long day. Kabaji, he exists, I'm not gonna lie. I do have a soft spot for him, but like, he's not done anything. He was cool in live action, actually. I think his live action portrayal was actually quite cool. I like him more than Apu. I like him more than Atlas. More than Blue Gilly. More than Boodle. Actually, probably more than Burgess, too. Caesar Clown. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't despise him. He's at the top of no likey. Yeah, and the B is stacked. Caesar Clown. As a villain, fine. He is like scum. He is a scumbag. Everything he did was bad, with the children especially. But, his laugh, he's got one of the better laughs. But outside of, he just stuck around for far too long. They should have left him on fucking Punk Hazard. Gangster Gastino was a funny gag. I'm not the biggest Caesar fan, personally. That's... Oh. The one thing he did I agree with was waste all Big Mom's money. Yeah, there's that. Any Big Mom enemy is a friend to me, I guess. I don't know. Kimi. Not the first mermaid we saw. Actually, no, I think on the cover story. I think the cover story came before Water 7, so she is the first mermaid, at least in the manga. In the anime, she was the second mermaid we saw. And as an introduction to like mermaids and stuff, properly, she's fine. She was like a cute little character on Sabaody. She's okay. She was a slave. She was going to be sold off as a slave. Then Rayleigh came in and saved her. A cool Rayleigh moment. I like her more than Akainu. Why did I put Alvida above Akainu? Yeah, I think that's fair. Beiji. Of the worst generation, he's not that interesting to me. As like a gang leader, like a mob boss, it's a cool little character thing. His devil fruit is interesting, the whole castle thing. I don't know, I need to reread Whole Cake. A lot of these characters that like premiered in Whole Cake, I'm like, I don't even really remember a whole lot about them. But he's okay. I think there. In the dub, he has like the typical like, "Hey, I'm walking here," type voice, which I think is funny. Carabo, I hate him. He's gross. I don't know. He was pretty much there throughout almost the entire post-time skip. Called him for user for the most convoluted plan of all time. What, Beiji, yeah. And his whole like big father, whatever it's called, castle form, looks neat. I hate Carabo. He's really disgusting. He showed up way too much, and now, unfortunately, he's really important because he knows a lot about the ancient weapons and stuff, and now Blackbeard has him. Which he's like setting up Blackbeard. It is another reason that Blackbeard's gonna be like really fucking final villain, probably. I don't know, that... Carabo. Swamp Fruit. He's just disgusting. He's a greasy scumbag. Carmel. I hate her, but like I'm supposed to hate her. She got eaten by Big Mom. She had the soul fruit. I don't know. I would say... top of she of exists, maybe? Again, Hulk. Okay, we are at controversial time now. Carrot? I don't understand the carrot love, besides cute bunny girl. Her Sulong form is cool. She's fine. She's okay. I like Beppo more. And like, I recently reread Zoe, and I'm like, Carrot doesn't really stand out all that much to me. Yeah, I like her enough. I don't dislike her, but I don't love her. People are like, she needs to join the crew, and I'm like, no. Yeah, she is cute. I'll give them that. She's fine. She's okay. Nekomamushi. In the dub, he's voiced by Justin Wong, famous streamer, YouTuber. I like him. I think out of Cat Viper and Dogstorm, I like Cat Viper more. Bottom of, I like them. I like Bruggy and Dory more, I think. The whole thing, in Odin's flashback, he's adorable. It's like a little cat dude. His Sulong form looks really cool. He's fairly strong. I don't know. Katarina Devon. She has, basically like a better version of Bon Clay's fruit now? I think something like that. She's being set up to be something. I like how, like unapologetically evil she is. But even still, like, we haven't seen enough of her. I think she's the one that killed Absalom, which I like her for that. I don't know. I think her thing is, like, she cuts off the heads of pretty women and, like, collects them, or something like that. Oh, yeah, it's a mythical, it's like the nine-tailed fox. It's fine. Cavendish. He's better than okay. He is cool. His whole thing with Hakuba, his like split personality thing, interestingly has similar eyes to Emu. Maybe some like Domi reversey shenanigans? Probably not. He's fine. He's like a really vain, narcissistic type dude. And his whole beef with Luffy at the start, like, oh, everyone loves him, everyone should love me. Considering we have a dragon, the Buddha, a phoenix, a guardian deity, and actually just God. Yeah, I mean, it's going to lead up to something, because, like, she touched Saint Saturn, so, like, in theory, she could become Saint Saturn. And, like, invade the Holy Land, but, like, Saint Saturn's dead now? I don't know. Cavendish, I like him. I think there. Charlos. See, I'm supposed to hate him. I'm supposed to hate him. He's a but I do. I just despise him. I'm supposed to. This is the hard part, though. I'm not judging it on how they're written necessarily. Oh man. I love seeing him getting his ass beat over and over and over again. That's the most satisfying thing to me. He's a scumbag, he's supposed to be a scumbag. But like, it is funny though. Like, when Charles is on screen, I'm like, I feel something. Like, I hate... don't think too hard about this. I'm gonna hurt myself if I think too much. Chess! Who cares? Part of Wapol's crew is Chess and Kuro Marimo, and then they merge into Chess Marimo? That's it. Drum Island, amazing arc, weak as fuck villains. Chiffon, Lola's twin. Who cares? What? No, she's married to Beiji, right? That's her thing, and then they had a child. Cool. Chimney, kid from Water 7. She's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Her laugh really annoys me. I don't like her. I don't like her. She's annoying. I don't know. I like Gonbei. Is Gonbei on this list? Like the rabbit thing? There's no Gonbei? Scam! Whoops. Qin Zhao is interesting. I want to know... He put up a fight against Garp in his prime, no? He's quite strong. And the whole thing with his pointy head, and he hates Luffy because Garp, like, bent it. Weird, but I like it. And he, like, hid all of his treasure under, like, an ice thing. And now he can't drill it out because his head is bent. He's funny. I like him. And he has, like, a little character arc where he's like, Luffy's not so bad. I like him. I like the bottom of this. Chopper, you have to love Chopper. How much do I love Chopper, though? I like him more than Bonnie. I like him more than Ace. I like him more than Boa. Actually, top of love. No, like, Chopper is cute. I wouldn't say top 10 for me, personally, but you have to love him. The people that don't like him are the people that only care about the fights in One Piece. He's not supposed to be a fighter. He's like a support character. He's a doctor. That being said, he will probably fight against Doc Q, and like his monster, when Monster Point was first revealed, I'm like, whoa, shit's getting real. I know you're a big Chopper fan. Like, shit's getting real, like Chopper got a power-up. I don't like his bounties. Give my boy a proper bounty. Give him the respect he deserves. For fuck's sake. It's Chopper. We love him. Victoria Sindri. A whole plate thing. It was kind of funny, not gonna lie. And then we got to see Sindri when she was alive versus what Hogback made her become. And it's like, oh, that's really sad. 17-year-old baby. Yeah, I saw like a tweet recently where it was like Chopper in the middle of like a battlefield from like a recent episode. And he's like crying. It's like, no, save the boy. Sindri, she's okay. Bottom of... That's not really fair, is it? Top of exists. She had like that one moment, and she's kind of funny. Clap? Kuma's father's name is Clap? I mean, he's part of Kuma's backstory, so it's gonna be really sad. Kuma's dad. And it is really touching. And he is like... He's trying not to be upset. He's trying to stay happy for Kuma, and he's like, no, just trust in Nika, he will liberate us. I like him. Do I like him more than these characters, though? Probably not. Yeah. I would do anything for Chopper. Anything at all. I mean, there's a reason he gets all the merchandise. And it's like, oh, he's just a mascot character. No, he's more than that. His backstory alone will prove that. Literally, he was introduced with one of the saddest backstories. Clover. Cloudy Clover. I always forget he's a member of the D clan. I don't know. O'Hara, he was like... almost like a father figure, kind of, to Robin. He is dead. Chopper took hits from Big Mom and slapped the shit out of Queen. Yeah, exactly. He can fight. He is just, you know, he's not Luffy or Zoro level. He's not supposed to be. Clover. I don't know. He's okay. His reveal to be a D member was like kind of cool, and then he was a pirate at some point. I need to cough. Hold on. Okay. Cobra. He was fucking rage baiting Emu hard. The whole thing at the Reverie was so cool. That actually made me care about Cobra a bit. And like his moments in Alabasta were cool. I would say he's also okay, but more than Cobra, more than Clover. I think there. If Chopper has 0 fans, I am dead. There's always gonna be Chopper fans. Conus, chick from Skypiea. Did she even do a whole lot? She, like, was the first Skypieans to meet the crew. I was like, hey, I'm Conus. Here's my father, Pagaya. Should have died, by the way, Pagaya. Conus, she exists. I don't know. Cobra died for rage baiting. Yeah. And, you know, the whole, Nefertari family seems to be rather important. Cracker. He's interesting. I like Cracker. He has over 1 billion bounty, I think. Is that right? Yeah, Sabo has plot armor for real. What's his bounty? Does he have over 1 billion? Am I gonna get banned for saying Cracker too much? No, he's got almost 1 billion. The biscuit fruit, in theory, and like this whole form here, the biscuit fruit, in theory, is really dumb and shouldn't have worked. Cat? Oh, Katakuri. Like, who's Cat? Like, Kit Kat? Cracker, his fruit in theory sounds really dumb and shouldn't have worked. That's right, yeah. I mean, like, Jack was the first one we saw with over 1 billion, but they didn't really fight Jack directly. But like, his fruit is cool. Luffy beat him in a really fun, creative way. The fight was actually kind of really fun to watch. I like Cracker. He's at the top of their okay. I think there. I think that's fair for him. Hour and 11 minutes. Cricket. Descendant. Not descendant. He's related to Noland. You could tell by the massive fucking chestnut on his head. And he was like, telling the Straw Hats about the story. And was like, oh, you know, Skypiea, it exists. It, you know, prove to me that it exists or something. And like, when Luffy rang the bell and they looked up to see the big silhouette of Luffy in the sky, always gives me chills. The man with the 1 billion, yeah, that sounds familiar. For some reason I thought Cracker was up there in like the top bounties once upon a time, but now his numbers are quite small. That everyone's getting billion berry bounty nowadays. Not that bounties mean anything in power discussions. Cricket's he's okay. He's like above Clover and above Pizarro, but not above Cobra. Crocus is hilarious. His whole gag when they first meet him, it's so funny, especially in the anime. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no, if it was on this list, Charlotte Blank, we'd be here forever. Crocus is funny. He threw hands with Roger that one time. He's just as strong as Roger in canon. Haha. I like him. And his whole thing with Laboon and the Rumbar Pirates, I do quite enjoy him. I'm not going to lie. I think he's actually up here. Dadan, I love Dadan. Anyone that doesn't stand Dadan, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Actually, this is Luffy's mom, as far as I'm concerned. Like, sure, at first she was a little unlikable, but then she actually grew to love the boys. And then the scene where she confronts Garp after Ace is dead and everything's like in the news. Man, that's such a sad, powerful scene. I love Dadan. I really do. Again, it's the whole theme of found family. I am a firm Dadan defender. Daifuku, who cares? He's the one with the genie belly rub. Okay. Whatever. What a nothing burger of a character. Dalton. First zone we ever saw, I think. If I'm not mistaken. With the bison fruit, he's fine. He exists. I'm not going to lie. He's like the ruler of the Sakura Kingdom, I think. Now. Yeah. Because they renamed it to the Sakura Kingdom. And it's not Drum Island anymore. Bounty scaling is bullshit, explicitly because of Chopper's bounty. I don't care that he's the Pirate King. Roger is not surviving getting jumped by 5.5 million choppers. All in Monster Point. Yeah, you know, the whole thing with, like, Robin as well. She should have a way higher bounty, because it's, like, the threat to the world government, not battle power. Battle power does contribute, but not always. That is such a good example, though. I think Beppo has the same thing, too. Like, he's, like, the pet of the crew. Daz Bones. He doesn't really have a personality. He's just, like, always there looking stoic. His fight against Zora was genuinely cool, though. I will give him that. That at least puts him in there okay. But, like, he's just there for the fights. He doesn't really have character moments, he rarely even speaks. But, like, as the second in command to Crocodile, he's fairly strong. When all we have to base him off of is the fights. He's like here. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Black Maria's too high. Dellinger, I don't care. She's a... he, I don't remember. It's a fish man. I don't... It's another one of those Dressrosa characters that are just there. Denjiro. Ooh, I like Denjiro. Of, like, the scabbards, Crocodile, he is... Would it be Sir Crocodile? Sir Crocodile. He's all the way down here. We're not getting to him, I think. Unless I, like, go... rapid fire. Denjiro's good. I like his arc. I like him quite a bit, actually. You know, like, the whole thing with his face fucking deforming from, like, crying and stuff like that, man. And, like, he was introduced as, like, a villain, and then there was the whole thing. Just thought he was missing, yeah. Like, for a while, I'm like, what? It's not Mr. Zero. Diamante, hot take, I do not care for him. In fact, I don't really like him. His fruit is kind of pointless to me, and I just don't love his personality either. He's, like, kind of unmemorable to me. Again, Dressrosa is one of those arcs that I don't rewatch or reread a lot. I don't care for Diamante. Apparently that's a hot take, people kind of like him. Doc Q. He's okay. He's like on a similar level to Pizarro. Are we combining him with Stronger? Yes. I'm going to combine Doc Q with Stronger, because they're kind of a package deal. His sickness fruit gave us Fem Law. I think Oda just wanted to draw Fem Law, not gonna lie. And Stronger's like a Pegasus. Fine. Dofi, for now, in the top 10. No. I keep dogging on Dressrosa, but Dofi makes it worth it. Okay. I was looking at this drawing and I'm like, is he doing like the Nika, like Luffy Gear 5 laughing face? That's what it looks like to me, but he's not. One of the best villains. That really can't be denied. He's a good-ass villain. His Devil Fruit is really creatively used. The birdcage, he can fly with the string fruit. He's gonna come back someday. There's gonna be an Impel Down 2.0 and he will join Cross Guild. No, actually. Birthday illustration. Oh, which one am I looking at? Looks like an album cover? What, this one? Dofi has drip, that can't be denied. First, yeah. That is pretty cool. Dofi has the drip though, you cannot deny that. For now, he's top 10, that might change later. Ooh, what's my One Piece birthday? I've definitely searched this before, but I forget who it is. That's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Tyrannosaurus. I shared the birthday with Iceberg's pet rat. Feels good, man. What a great character. Dogstorm. Slightly below the Cat Viper. They are kind of a package deal though, I like them both. I kind of have to put them together. Inuarashi beat Jack. I think they both beat Jack together? Is that how that worked? I don't remember. Domino exists. I don't not care about her because she's kind of funny. I love Impel Down as an arc, so the Impel Down characters stand out to me. Boa Marigold, yeah. The two other sisters that no one cares about. I'm not sure there are people. I like her more than Burgess, Kabaji. Yeah, I think there. Don Krieg. I like Don Krieg more than most. I think he was an alright villain. And it's like a good contrast against Luffy. And, you know, I love Bratier as an arc as well. That's bound to have a factor on this. But he's like the bottom of their okay. I like him more than Clover, more than Pizarro, more than Doc Q and Black Maria and Big Mom. More than Cricket, but not as much as Cobra. And like, he technically came back, he was there by the side in that one panel on Hachinosu. I'm gonna put Dory with Brogy. I don't like more one than the other. Hero Luck. Well, basically just his flashback, and he is great in his flashback. Crocus more than... I think there, actually. No. Blackbeard Hero Luck, yep. I'm gonna try and go... I say I'm gonna try and go a little bit faster, then we get Dragon. Where do I put Dragon? The more I see of him, the more I like him. He's at least in this tier. With the recent Rocks flashback and seeing him on God Island, and like where the whole thing with him came from, and him seeing firsthand what the Marines are like actually fighting for and what's actually happening, and seeing his development, that Dragon is going to be one of the most important characters in the story. But as a character right now, I don't like him like up here. As time goes on, I will like him more. He's like the same kind of level as Ben Beckman, where like when they show up, they're doing something cool-ish. Well, not really. Dragon is famous for not doing a whole lot, but like he's plotting something. Why did I put Baby 5 above these? No, Baby 5 is too high. Put her there. In fact, no, put it down here. Yeah, he's like the world's worst criminal. We still don't know his bounty or whether or not he has a devil fruit. He definitely does. Miss Merry Christmas, the mole one. I don't not care about her. Her devil fruit was used decently. It was a good fight against Usopp and Chopper. It was like one of Chopper's first real fights, if not the first. Look to the east. That's all he does, look to the east. It's like fall down these stairs. She exists. This is not really that ordered of a tier. Duval, funny gag. He's okay. Bottom of he's okay. I'm seeing a lot of Duval stands, and I'm like, he's funny, but that's it. Edison, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care for, like, Edison or Pythagoras. They're, like, the least interesting satellites to me. Like, if Edison got, like, fake-out deathed, like, 2 times or something. Of course, they're all dead now. Dead, not really. Elisabello, the only thing he has going for him is the King Punch, which I think is greatly over-exaggerated. I don't think this can beat even, like, Big Mom. He exists. Enel. Next to Arlong. Enel has to come back, right? He has to, at some point. I love his character, his whole god complex. I love his design, based on Eminem for some reason, because why not? He's got an afro under that do-rag, which is hilarious. The NL face, gotta love it. He couldn't have gone up against a worse opponent. And, you know, being god of Skypiea. And the whole thing with him being, like, going to space on the Arc Maxim, and the Arc Maxim is on the Harley mural. What's that about? Is it Uranus? Probably not. But he has to come back. I love NL. Eustace Kid! Ugh. He is the top of okay to me. I rag on him a lot. His fruit is cool, and learning that Captain John had the same fruit and potentially could be related to him is cool. And he's carried by his fruit, and, you know, he's got Killer by his side as well. Useless Captain Mid, it's a meme. He did his part during the raid. He just got a little overshadowed by Law and Luffy is all. And now he is drowning in the bottom of the sea because of Shanks. He was way too out of his league. The second time he took an L by the Redhead Pirates. Fisher Tiger, what a guy, right? What a Chad. Freeing the slaves, hell yeah. That being said, he is probably same level as Bellemere for me. You know, like giving Jinbei a backstory and all of that. Flampe I despise. She is well annoying, interrupted, interfered with the Katakuri fight. All my homies hate Flampe. Get her out. Foxy, I actually kind of really like Foxy. Quite a bit. Like here-ish. I like Long Ring Longland. I think it's a hilarious arc. In the dub, Foxy's voice actor, he nails it. He is so funny. His devil fruit has potential. If he was to, like, awaken his devil fruit, that's like Zoroardo type shit. In theory, I don't know. He's a split head. It's Foxy. I like Foxy. The rest of his crew, though, I couldn't give a shit about. And I think during Vegapunk's speech, we actually saw Foxy briefly in, like, a single panel. And I'm like, what? Okay, another Straw Hat. All of the Straw Hats are going to be at least up here. I like Frankie more than Dadan, more than Bonnie. I think there for Frankie. I do like Frankie. He is the most... He is the Straw Hat member that usually ranks the lowest. And I think that's because his post-time skip design is quite polarizing. People love pre-time skip Frankie and his design, and then he just kind of became a big bulky fella when he rebuilt himself. And I don't really mind it. I think it fits his character. I don't like that his... I'm not a Frankie fan, honestly, well, relative to the rest of the crew. It's relative to the rest of the crew. I don't like that his, like, default design post-time skip is just like a buzz cut. I like his pompadour. That's iconic. He's funny. His fight against Senor Pink and his whole, like, manliness thing I like it. He's like the cool uncle of the crew. And I like it. I like Franky. Probably like my second least favorite of the crew though, but even then he's still up here. Fujitora, I love him. Bottom of I love them, I think. His whole... I don't know why he's an admiral. He doesn't like... I don't dislike him at all, but I do like the rest of the crew a lot. So you kind of lose it. Yeah, that is the common thing with Franky. Fujitora... His devil fruit is so cool. And like, he's not a bad guy. Like, he fought Green Bull, I think, or something like that. And like, freed some slaves, if I remember correctly. I even like Jinbei more than him, and he's been... I think Jinbei is like my least favorite of the crew, but that's only because he's not been around as a member of the crew for that long. But I still love Jinbei, obviously. Fujitora, great guy. Love him. Fukaboshi, I don't care about any of these guys, I'm sorry. Fukaboshi is the coolest of the brothers. Yeah, he's fucking going to drop a meteor on the Holy Land, like he just does not care. And like, being blind is a cool character trait. If you're blind, that's cool. I like blind people. But like, no, it's like his observation hockey is off the charts. Fukuro, Chapapa! I kinda like this guy. He's like, why is he part of CP9? Why, what made him get that far that he's a member of CP9? He's like CP2 at best. He's okay, I like him. More than Duval. I think Jinbei is funny because he has no bit, compared to the rest of the... Yeah, he's just like, kind of like, the serious stoic one. Full body, the only notable thing about him is that he like joined the Marines and he's like best friends with Django. He exists. Gaimon. I don't understand Gaimon, man. What was the point of him doing this? If Oda actually makes the Island of Rare Animals sub-arc, it's not even an arc, chapter, relevant, I will, like, eat my shoes. I don't know, like... He's okay. He's funny. He's got a girlfriend now called Sarfunkel. Reference to Simon and Garfunkel. I don't know. It's Gaimon. Galdino is underrated, but he's still, like, okay. During Little Garden, he was, like, fine as a villain. The wax fruit was really cleverly used. But then, Impel Down, he actually, like, became a proper character, I think. And, like, was actually useful. Had a cool dynamic with Buggy and Luffy. And then he, met up with Mr. 2 and Crocodile again. And, like... If it wasn't for Mr. 3, Luffy wouldn't have saved Ace from the shackles. Jinbei left an organization, Yonko crew, expecting another one, and got a gang of teenagers being supervised by 3 adults that had their depression cured by being there. I see a lot of people saying that Jinbei doesn't, like, fit the crew. And I'm like, he's the dad of the crew. So, I think he fits perfectly. Gunfall, he exists. As like the ex-god of Skypiea, I think was his thing. And he was like decently strong in fights. He had his fake horse, Pierre. Garling is very unlikable, but like in a way, Jinbei saved Luffy's life at least twice. He deserves to be here. Yeah, exactly. And like he was waiting the long game too. Like it was like in Fishman Island, he was like an honorary member. Then he showed up again on Whole Cake and was like, "I'll be there in Wano, trust me." And then finally he showed up, and it was like, "Yay, payoff." Garling is a dickhead. He's a celestial dragon, so of course he is. I don't despise him. The whole thing with being a Figureland and being like related to being the father of Shanks and Shamrock. They solved racism together. Hell yeah. Garling's cool. He is cool though. But I don't like him is the problem. They're cool, but I don't like them. There's that part of Egghead where the group is Luffy, Bonnie, Chopper, and Jinbei, and Jinbei's wearing his like Hawaiian shirt, looking like a proper dad. He's a single father. I put Garling here. Garp. Garp is polarizing. Because, like, why and how is he even still in the Marines? He's seen firsthand. Okay, his reasoning was, I want to protect, like, the lower ranks and, like, guide them towards something better. And, you know, now there's Sword. But, like, he should have saved Ace. I get that Sengoku stopped him. He should have saved Ace. He shouldn't have just stood there and done nothing the whole time. Yeah. And, like, he fought against Emu. Why is he even still alive? Why is he, let alone part of the Marines, and at such a high rank? There's no way Emu doesn't remember. There's something with the monkey family, there has to be. But I do really like Garp. He's like up here still. Because I'm sure all of this will make sense. Emu for Gore. It's like, oh, this Garp fella. And you know, the more we see of Garp in his prime, Garp isn't dead. Garp is going to be used as like like bait maybe for Luffy. I don't know. Or people are saying that Blackbeard will use Pudding's memory fruit to get like his memories of God Valley to find out what happened to Rocks. I don't know. Garp is going to be important still. Okay, another hot take. I do quite like Moria, even before the whole recent thing with the cover story. I like Thriller Bark. I like Moria and what he is. That he got his ass beat and became lazy and like kind of lost all of his motivation. Garp is meant to die. Yeah, I'm sure he will, just not yet. That's the whole thing with like the old guys. It's like, oh, the previous generation, they're not, you know, they're making a way for the new generation. That's the whole thing with Kobe. I like Moria. I do. Yeah, it's like, his analogy was, are you going to save the young'uns, or are you going to save the old fart? Well, the old fart's on his way out, save the young'uns so they can make something of their lives. That's like the analogy that he used, like the trolley problem. Moria's like going here for me. I like him. I don't really know why. He's ugly as sin, but I kind of like him for that. And it was like, oh, if I use zombies in my crew, if I lose them, whatever, I can just make new zombies. I like Moria. I don't know why. Gadatsu's funny. I love Gadatsu. Of all of like Enel's priest, Gadatsu's the best one. He even had his whole cover story, which might lead to something. Like, Gadatsu, you forgot to breathe! Good bit. I like him. He's like bottom of their call. I like them. I like him more than Garling, but that's like Garling is, he's still new. Genzo, he's okay. I like his like thing with Nami, his whole like relationship with Nami and Nojiko. And like he was the inspiration for like Luffy, one of Luffy's attacks, like Gum Gum Pinwheel or something like that, because he's got the pinwheel on his head. There, I like him more than yes. I think that's fair. Gin is one of those characters that everyone wants to come back. I don't really get it. He's served his purpose, and technically he has come back. I like him more than Krieg, though, but not by a lot. He's still gonna be next to Krieg, but like above him. Ginny. Part of Kuma's backstory, so it's gonna be based. They're cool. I like them. Yeah. I think putting her next to Fisher Tiger, they're like kind of similar. Like those these wholesome people. Gizmonda, I'm sorry, I don't care. CP0 is a whole bunch of nothing, except for maybe Guernica. Gladius, I don't care. People were like theorizing when it came out, when he was first revealed that he is Sabo. Didn't happen. Going Mary, come on. Having the ships on here is funny. I love the Mary. But I think here, yeah. I've been watching on TikTok a lot of these new One Piece viewers reacting to the Mary scene, and I'm like, oh, gets me every time. Yeah. Roger! Roger. He's at least in this tier. He's powerful. That's like his big thing, is that he's powerful. He's a goofball. He's basically like an older version of Luffy, kind of. But like, we don't really see that much of him. We see him in like other people's flashbacks. We've not got a proper Roger flashback. Like when we see him in the Odin flashback, he's already still like... He's like dying, essentially. Then in God Valley, he's like quite young still, but we don't really see... He's like how all these things came to be. We need a Roger flashback. I'll put him next to Dragon. I need to cough. Roger really is a weird one. He's the first character we see. Guernica, he exists. He's apparently the one that took the picture of Gear 5th Luffy. He's the reason, kind of, that we have Gear 5th Luffy when he jumped in between Kaido and Luffy. That's about it. Ugh, nearly 2 hours in, huh? Hachi, I like Hachi. He's okay though. I think the top of they're okay. During Arlong Park, he was just like another enemy that Zoro fought 9 sword style versus 3 sword style. Then we got his cover story. Then we see what he was up to there. Didn't really reveal all that much. And then in Sabaody we see that he's basically turned himself around, became a takoyaki salesman. He's selling octopus, and he is an octopus. He's got his relationship with Kami and Papag. Oh, he's cool. I mean, yeah. It's fun. It really makes you think about these characters. Hack, I don't care, sorry. Harudin. Of all the giants on Elbaf currently, Harudin is one of the ones I care the least about. Like, Loki is just so much more interesting, Harold is so much more interesting. Where do I put... Okay, so here's Dorian Broggy, I like them more. He's like next to Cracker, I think. Harudin is like, he's part of the Grand Fleet, sure. He's not really that much of a character. Right now. He's like the spoiled older brother to Loki. Hamburg, don't care. Hannibal. He's okay. His whole thing pre-time skip was, oh, I want to be the warden. And he's trying to, like, almost like kill off Magellan. Or like prove to Magellan that he's better. And then we find out that, post-time skip Magellan stepped down and Hannibal is now the warden. He's okay though. He's like, here. Hawkins, of all the Worst Generation members, he might be one of my least favorites. Where did I put Beiji? Am I blind? Yes, I am blind. I can't find him. He's okay though. His moment in Wano where it was like the 1% man. Oh, it was me. That was His devil fruit isn't the cards. It's like a straw man fruit. It's like here. Helmeppo. He was an arsehole when we met him. Seeing him with Kobe and Garp and all of Sword. He is quite likable now. He is not on the same tier as Kobe, obviously, but like he's definitely turned himself around. He's like slap bang in the middle of they're okay. Maybe oh, there's Beiji, okay. Yeah, let that. Heracles, I don't care. Ibari's cute. This is Kobe's girlfriend and potentially Akainu's daughter. We haven't seen enough of her really. I'll put her next to Carrot. They're of a similar demeanor. Higuma, I don't like him. We're not supposed to like him. He died in like a single chapter. Higurashi, I don't like her. Again, we're not really supposed to, but she's just like an ugly old hag. Wait, I really put Chimney above all these fucks. Oh, no, that's a good thing. That means I like her more. She, like, manipulated Orochi or something to become bad. Well, more bad than he already was. Hina, one of the more forgotten members of the Marines. She's okay. I don't really care much for her, though. She's got, like, some kind of, thing with Smoker. She has full body and Django on her, like, fleet. She's got the iron cage fruit, like the cage fruit, I think it's called. Hiyori, I do like Hiyori. I'll put her with Denjiro. They're, like, they're, like, a package deal, almost. They had, like, their moment with Orochi. She's cool. Hody Jones, nah, I don't like him at all. I kind of despise him. But again, we're supposed to not like him, but he is one of the weaker villains, literally. Fandom really? The fandom hates her? Well, because of the, Kurozumi is supposed to burn or something like that, and they, like, misunderstood her, and was like, oh, Otama has to burn then, or... Yeah, that whole thing. That's, like, misunderstanding what she meant. I like her. Who was I talking about? I already forgot. Hody. Arsehole. Who cares? Move on. Ogback. Force! He exists, not gonna lie. Homing. One of the good celestial dragons-ish. He's also okay. Like there. Hyogoro, of all the Wano characters, I don't care that much. He's like the top of he exists. His thing with Luffy in the prison was cool, teaching him advanced armament. But besides that, during the raid, what did he really do? Except for having a few panels where he's like... Gyozo, who cares? He's like the drunk octopus guy. The enemy is systemic discrimination. Yeah, it's like, oh, what did humans do to make you feel this way? Nothing. It's a matter of reading comprehension, yeah. Iceberg. I like Iceberg. He is on the same level as like Clover. Where'd I put Clover? Yeah. He's like fairly funny. He's got the little mouse Tyrannosaurus, of which I share a birthday with apparently. Ichiji, not gonna lie, I forget which ones are which. He's named after a lettuce. Or, you know, an iceberg. Ichiji, I don't remember which ones are which, like, quirk-wise. Ichiji is, like, fine. Honestly, the brothers, they exist. Reiju is the only one I really care about. And, like, there's Judge, but he's different. Ideo, I put him with Blue Gilly. Where did I put Blue Gilly? But yeah, that... What's their character quirks, though? Where did I put Blue Gilly? How high up is Blue Gilly? Oh, he's down here. They're a package deal. They're all assholes, that's their quirks. Yeah. That's the, Igaram. He's annoying. I don't like him. I do like the quirk that his wife looks exactly like him. Not a big Igaram fan, but he's, like, inoffensive. Icarus Mulch? Is that his name? Who cares? Wait, no, what did I just do? Ah! What am I doing? Wait, what the fuck? At a row below. I mean, it's true, it isn't part of the generic motivation to be emotionless or whatever. Need more info. I'm gonna put Emu here. I am now of the opinion that Emu just looks like that. It's not a silhouette. The thing is, they're not really emotionless though, are they? They do show emotion. Isn't like one of them like attracted to Nami? Of her. I'm sure Emu just looks like this. I don't think it's a silhouette anymore. Which is kind of funny. I like that. Inazuma and Ivankov, both next to each other, funny. Inazuma's cool. I like his Devil Fruit. His character doesn't really have much going on, but his Devil Fruit is cool. He helped out during Impel Down. What if Emu is being a pure Haki or something? Like a Haki person? Well, I mean, he's based on, He's based on one of these. He, she. And, you know, maybe that's just, I don't know. There's also the, Was this Emu? We'll have to wait and see. But, like, in the latest chapter, they describe Emu as a black monster. Surely it wasn't silhouetted conveniently when they saw him, her, it. Have to wait and see. Inazuma's okay. Blue knows way too high. Yeah. But like, I don't... We'll have to wait and see. We're gonna get more Emu soon. We have to. Ivankov, we love Ivankov. She's, he's great. They. More than Fujitora, like there. I don't even have to say anything. It's Ivankov. They're great. They, yeah. Fluid. That's literally the fruit. Izo! I like Izo. Izo is cool. But like the bottom of more than Garling at least. And Gadatsu. Let's try and go through some of these a little quicker. Jabra, he's fine. Like, here. You know what, I'm gonna put Big Mom lower. Jabra is funny, his fruit is cool, his fight against Sanji when he used Diablo Jambe, That was cool. We haven't seen much of him since. He's been in the cover story, but that's it. Jack, sorry, I couldn't give a fuck. No, actually, I don't like Jack. Well, yeah, I think these letters are a lot less stacked. I don't like Jack. He's a cheating asshole using poison like a pussy. Fuck Jack. Yeah, let's do a tier list of letters and the characters within the letters. Django, he's funny at least. Put him there. Jinbei, we love Jinbei. Like here. John. When this tier list was made, we knew nothing about John really, but now we know quite a bit more, and I kind of like him. We know what becomes of him. He's okay. Like... here-ish. He stands out to me. Johnny and Yosuku, sorry, I don't care. Joseph, that's apparently his name, don't care. Jozu, Diamond Fruit is cool, he exists. Jupiter? Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. Jupiter, this is the penis worm monster, right? Of all the Gorosei, they're all going in no likey because they're all assholes and just bad people. He's like the lowest though. Judge, get out. Worst father, probably. There might be some worse ones, if I think about it. But, you know, again, we're supposed to not like him. I'm beginning to think I should move Akainu down. That seems to be the logic I'm using now. But, like, he's still the top of no likey. Kaido. Okay. In Wano, it was like, he's just a big brute. That's his use as a big brute. And, you know, it was a good fight. He's there for the fight. I kind of like him more now, though, because of this Rocks flashback. One of the funniest parts of the flashback for me was when everyone was using their strongest attacks, like their named attacks against Imu, I think. It was Imu. But, like, Kaido only just got the fruit. So instead of saying a cool named attack, he just goes, Dragon! Like, he didn't have Bora breath, he just had Dragon! And that made me laugh. Kaido made me laugh. Fuck. And, like, in the flashback, he's, like, funny. Cook. Never cook again. That he did have that. But still, he's a prig. Kaido, he's okay. Same as Haruden, I think. It's like, yeah, big scary guy. His devil fruit is cool as fuck. He goes above Cracker and Carrot. Hibari goes a little lower, I think, like Kami level. Beppo's better than Kaido. Yeah, I think that's fair. Dragons are cool, yeah, it goes without saying. Kaku, I like Kaku. I like him. Here? Yeah, here. Hey, look, it's Usopp! Giraffes are cool. I like his... Awakened giraffe fruit was a lot cooler than I expected. And he's like one of the better guys in CP9. He's not like... I don't know, he's not crazy. He's not like a murderous monster. He's like... it's a living. He's just a guy, really. And like, he took his job as a shipwright seriously. Like, when he inspected the Mary and all that, he was being dead serious. I don't think he was playing a character there. He's like, I've got to make the most out of this giraffe fruit. It's really funny. Kalgara, he's cool. Most people just skip this fucking flashback for some reason. It's a really good flashback and backstory. That being said, he's like there for me. Yeah, Khalifa got a little scammed there. Oh, speaking of which, Khalifa. She is funny. She's got a fun character quirk of like sexual harassment. It's a funny way of saying that. Her fruit is funny. I like where is it? Yeah, her sheep form. It's really good. Let's put a Black Maria level. Kanjuro, despise him. I didn't love him even when he was first introduced. I'm like, he's ugly and he's boring. And then it's like, when I caught up to the manga, it was the chapter where he was introduced to be like the traitor. Katamari creature, it kind of is. You're kind of right there. Fuck Kanjuro, but like in the best way. Karasu is cool. I love edgy characters, and he's like one of the best. And like his gag where he's like he speaks really quiet and mumbled. And like it's the sut fruit. It's like here. Karu. I love Karu. No. Karu's cool. Like, here. No, that's too high. He's like Beppo level. Yeah. I would say I like Karu more than Galdino and Bluno. Katakuri. We love Katakuri. There. He's like just like the anti-Luffy. But then, like, it's one of the best fights. Watching that fight, I think, got me into One Piece. I'm like, I saw clips from that fight and I was like, I should watch this. And then I did. Yeah, it's Katakuri. Need I say more? Kawamatsu, he's fine. He's a kappa. Right there. Kaya, they exist. Same as Konus, you could think they're the same character almost. And Kiku, trans rights character. I like Kiku. One of the best scabbards. The fact Kiku exists the way she does makes me happy, and she's pretty cool. I'm definitely biased, I like her more than most people, but considering there's 9 of them and she's on the side of does more than average. Yeah, she's also like 10 foot tall or something. Weird. And her whole thing with Izo is cool. Between Ginny and Belmare. Actually, I think above Belmare still. Yeah, I think that feels fair for her. She got her arm cut off. Killer. Yeah, she's like 9'1". Killer. I honestly kind of almost like Killer more than Kid. Where'd I put Kid? But like marginally better more than Kid. They're a package deal. He's Daft Punk. I love tall women. Let's go. Like. I mean, a height is never consistent in One Piece. 9'5". She got all the tall genetics. And hell, even still compared to most of these fucks, she's tiny. Same as Kinemon. That's crazy. Yeah, and then we come here. She's tiny, I don't know. Kinderella, I don't care, that's Wapol's wife. Kinemon, he would have been a lot higher if he died. The whole fake out with his death is fucking stupid. He got impaled and was like, oh, Lord didn't fix me correctly, so now I live. Shut up. I put him with Hiyori. He would have been I love them if... Actually, and then it brought us fart jokes. I think it speaks volumes about both of them that Zoro treats women the way he does, and he's still like, you know what, you're alright. Yeah, that's like the big thing between Sanji and Zoro, is how they treat women. I'm still so salty about Kinemon. You're alright. You're not so bad. Like, just the fake out death, and then they made jokes out of it. Fart jokes at that. Dumb. King Riku. I don't care for a lot of these Dressrosa characters. Kinemon top 1 durability. It's stupid. Like, probably the worst part of Wano. King. I love King. He's cool. He's like there for me. Great fights, great devil fruit. Uses it in really weird ways where it like pulls his beak back. Weird. Yeah, Lunarians. That's a thing that's going to become relevant at some point. Got his ass beat by Green Ball. What a bum. King Baum. Who cares? Kizaru, my favorite admiral. I like him. Where's Fujitora? Wish I could control F. Why did I put Fujitora? He was in this tier. I remember in the anime, King fight some of the sigils on his attack are actually just Arabic for I like macaroni. Really? I've never heard of that. Anyway, he's going like at the top here. I put him next to NL. They're very similar. No, they're not. Yeah, sure. Kizaru definitely grew on me in Egghead. And like when he was like yelling at Nakainu on the snail phone with tears in his eyes. Mate. I want more Kizaru. I love him. He's hilarious as well. I want to know this. One Piece King. I like macaroni. Macaroni. Wait, what? Smoking on that Big Mom pack? But there's also this, apparently. I love pasta, it's that. Why not? Why not? I love when the animators have fun, though. Yeah, I've got it. Koala. I like Koala enough. I think she's a little overrated, not gonna lie. Same tier as Carrot, why not? I mean, it's the same sort of thing. You're in the right ballpark. Kobe, we love Kobe. Here. Oh, I put Fujitora here? That's a bit much. I think that's more like it. Kokoro. She's fine. The gag with, when Zoro's, like, wiping the memory of Kokoro out of his head. Mentally. And it was like, oh, I've never seen a mermaid before. More than Hina, more than Big Mom. Like, same Duval tier. Kong. Need more info. We know nothing about this dude. Koshiro, Zoro's teacher. He exists. Sorry, I don't care. Koza. He is cool. I like Koza's little story in Alabaster. Still at the bottom though. Kawina only serves as motivation for Zoro. I'm sorry, I'd fall down these stairs. I don't really care much for Kawina. She exists. Like at the top, sure. Kujaku, she's like the whip fruit user. I don't really care for her as much personally. Kuma, not top 10, but like top of I love them. I think here. Put him next to Bonnie. Why not? Why not do that? Actually, I think above Bonnie personally. Ace is a bit high. Yeah. I like him more than Frankie a bit. Yeah, I think that works. Kumadori, yo. That this guy's a vocal stim of mine. Every now and then I'll just go yo. I kind of like him. He's okay. I'll put him with Fukuro. They're like very similar to me. Personally. Yo. Kureha, I love Kureha. Shame that Jamie Lee Curtis is not going to be playing Kureha in live action. That would have been perfect casting. Yeah. She's great. Bad bitch. Koro. When we first saw Koro, he was like the scariest dude, and now he's like fodder. Potentially a previous member of Cypherpol. That's a theory. We're never gonna see him again. He's okay. Put him with above Big Mom. We're never gonna see him again. Well, I think recently we got a cover page with Kuro on it, like a reader request, and it was the first time in like 20 years that we got any new drawings of Kuro in the manga. Kuzan, interesting character. Very interesting character. He's definitely like... He's not evil. He's not really siding with Blackbeard. He can't be. He has to have like saved Garp or like stopped him from being killed. Hey, they're cool and it's Kuzan. The jokes write themselves. I'll put him with Garp. Below Garp. I think. And I like in the dub, he meets Nami. He's like, "Whoa, a girl with great big bazongas." I think that's literally what he says verbatim. Kyros. I don't care. I don't care for like any of these Dressrosa characters, I'm afraid. Great big Gahuba Logungas. Laboon. We love Laboon. I don't love him more than most of these. Kuzan is us. He's just like me for real. Boobies. Laboon. It's like same Bella Bear level. When they finally reunite, I will cry. So, maybe that's a bit high. Beppo. Karu, Laboon, Beppo. I think that's good. I'm not finishing this today. Lafitte. Don't really know much about him, for real. We know that he has wings because of his devil fruit. He's like a hypnotist, same as Burgess, he exists. Lao G, I don't like him. I find him really annoying. Law, I've got a Heart Pirates tattoo, he's in my top 10. Not at all a hot take. Some people say that Law... Do I like Law more than Brooke? Yes. Law is extremely popular. He's just cool. He's you know he's cool because in the dub he's voiced by Matthew Mercer. McCree Overwatch. Or Cassidy Overwatch, sorry. And like everything else under the sun, he voices everyone. Leo, I love Leo now because he beat the shit out of Charlos in that one chapter, and we love him for that. Matt Mercer is awesome. He is. Leo is cool. He's in everything. He's literally in everything. Name one thing he's not in. Super Mario. He's actually voicing Mario now. Leo is cool. Like here. Lily, need to know more. How much longer do I want to go for? Man, I look at this and I'm like, bro. He's Law in One Piece, Yusuke in Persona 5. Oh, that's right, he is, isn't he? Majime and Yakuza. Like, if we go to, what's that website called? Behind the Voice Actors. It's like, he's second this week. What else has he been in recently? Oh, he's Ganondorf! Hell yeah! He's Espio now. Yep. He's a hit. Pain. I know he's popular. He played Leon Kennedy?
You witness a king's revival.
He's Crom. Law. Dude. Yo, he's Dave. He's Jotaro as well. He's Dave. The fuck is SEAL Team? Peak voice actor, he's Dave. Anyway. Lilith, she's one of the better ones. She's like top of okay for me though. She's here on Elbaf. She surely is gonna do something one day. Limburg, don't care. Lil Laws Jr., he exists, he died. It was a cool reveal. Like, oh, Oars had a son? Loki. He's cool, I like him. I need to see more of him though, like, outside of like this flashback. He's in it, yeah. Loki goes... here. Arlong's a bit high. He's like here. Lola, sorry, don't care. Lucky Roo, he's fine. I do like him. He's a funny fellow. It's a bit high. There. Oh, Luffy. I mean, come on. You can't read over 1,100 chapters of something and not have Luffy as your favorite. Have the MC as your favorite. It's Luffy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway through my top 10. And while I'm at it, Zoro's my second favorite. And it's such a boring milquetoast white bread answer, but it's the truth. I just noticed we have Soga King as a separate character. So good. Mark Weiss, don't care. Magellan, I like him. He's cool. Like, the same kind of cool that, Kaido serves. You don't know who your favorite is? I mean, there's so many to pick from. Where's Kaido again? He's the same kind of role as Kaido, except he's slightly funnier. Instead of being drunk, he just shits a lot because his fruit messes up his insides. I think that's how it works. He looks cool, he's got a cool Devil Fruit, he's the Warden of Impel Down, one of my favorite arcs. Yeah. Makino, she exists. Potentially has Shanks's child. In fact, let's put Shanks up here as well. Shanks is in my top 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know who else is in my top 10. If I look here, who else would I instinctually put in my top 10? Probably Crocodile. But like at the bottom. Having Dofi and Crocodile together makes sense. They're like... Dressrosa is post-time skip Alabasta. They're very similar. Purposefully. And 2 more for my top 10 for now. Then I might call it off there. Would I put Sanji in my top 10? Would I put Whitebeard in my top 10? Would I put Rayleigh in my top 10? I love Rayleigh. Okay, let's do that. Let's go through those 3. Rayleigh, Sanji, and Whitebeard. Let's think about this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'd say Chopper, but I love him in a different way. It's not because of the character or what he does, just seeing him fills me with indescribable joy, and the fact he's well written in a bonus is a bonus. Whereas the reason I love Luffy/Robin is because they're well written. So yeah, see, that's a fair reason though. If the character makes you happy when you see them, that's a fair enough reason. I like cool characters. I like funny characters. That's me. Okay, Sanji... The thing that holds Sanji back is Thriller Bark, Return to Sabaody / Fishman Island. Rayleigh is just a cool old guy. I love cool old guys. Whitebeard's another cool old guy. But I would put him here, I think. Now, where does Sanji go here? That feels right to me. Luffy, Zoro, Buggy, Law, Shanks, Sanji, Rayleigh, Crocodile, Doflamingo, Brook. No, Brook before Dofi. Is there anyone else here that speaks to me? Well, Robin is up here. I think I like Robin more. Let's go through all the Straw Hats. Where's Nami? I feel the same way about Kiku as I do Chopper. I'm not going to try and justify that they're better written than any of the others up there, but it makes me happy that they just exist in the story. Yeah, that makes sense to me. But obviously, like, the whole trans thing, obviously, it goes without saying, doesn't really speak to me as much, but I understand that to you it would. And, you know, it's cool that she is, and I'm very happy that Oda is doing that. And I like her character moments, I like her character. And her whole thing with the scabbards. Okay, Nami. Anytime either of them were on screen, I'd pause it and I'd point at the screen with a big smile. That's wholesome. Pre-time skip, I was more of a Nami fan. Post-time skip, I'm more of a Robin fan. I'd put Nami there. I think post-time skip, she's not done as much. I might put Boa above Bulkley. Well, there's Usopp. Where is Usopp? Okay, my opinion on Usopp is I loved him pre-time skip. Post-time skip, he's been a massive disappointment to me. He had his moment in Dressrosa, and that's about it. I love his whole thing pre-time skip, though. I'd put him next to Frankie. done Jinbei. I'll do Vivi as well. I like Vivi. I do hope she returns somewhat soon and becomes a proper member of the crew. She's like here with Kobe, I think, for me. I love Alabasta as an arc. Anytime Vivi shows up, it's like, oh yay, it's Vivi time! And now she has become incredibly important. Yamato as well. Let's do Yamato. I'll put Yamato at the bottom of I love them, I think. It was like a bit of a disappointing moment when they left without her. Her cover story, his cover story, their cover story. It was one of the weakest cover stories, didn't really do a whole lot. Cool Devil Fruit. 10-15 is one of the best episodes, if not the best episodes. And I'm sure they'll come back. They kind of have to, it's been set up that way. Who else here speaks to me? Oh, Rosinante. Put him with Ace, I think. I'll do Sabo as well. I don't want to do too much. Oh, there's another character here too. Sabo, I used to be a Sabo hater, now I get it. I understand Sabo's purpose as a character. I am gonna put him here. I like Ace more. Of course I'm biased, I know. I'm not going to pretend. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being biased. I need representation in everything I'm watching. I really don't care all that much, but especially in anime, there's always any excuse for no, they just like it. No, they just dress that way. No, it's different. Whereas anytime Oda got asked about it, it was just, yes, it's the case. Get over it. There are a few fictional characters I resonate with more. That seems like a weird thing to say about a 9'5" samurai. I'm going, I don't want to speak. I mean, I completely get that take, and you know, there's nothing wrong with being biased and stuff like this. You can have your opinions. You're allowed. It's fun having opinions. You know, if I'm going to be here for 2.5 hours spouting my opinion on these characters, of course, go off. It's interesting. I am going to finish soon, though. How stupid how dumb of me to think that I would get through this. All of this in one go. Perona. I have a soft spot for Perona. I love Perona. And it seems a lot of other people do too, which I'm very happy about. I'll put her at the bottom of I love them though, because she's not as impactful as most of these, if any of these. I love her character, I love her fruit, I love how she looks, I love her fight with Usopp, I love her laugh, I love her thing with Mihawk and Moria. I loved her from the start, not gonna lie. Anyone else? Oh, fuck York. Wait, why does York have blue hair here? Okay. Oh, okay. I think I'm done here. I'm pretty happy with this. Forget that it's a top 11. She kind of pissed me off at first, and then I thought about it, especially with her and Zora, and I was like, you know what? She's cool. Punctuation. It's gonna be properly punctualized. That's a word. Anywho. I'll definitely... I think one more stream, I can get through this. It won't be next stream, I'll do this whenever I feel like it. Punctuated, yes. Alright. I'm satisfied here. So yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble about One Piece. I love talking about One Piece. There's a reason I talk about One Piece most streams. Yeah, my voice is beginning to hurt. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll be live tomorrow, no doubt. Don't know what it will be. Actually, I think I do know what it will be. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you very much, and see ya next time. Take it easy.